My mom's kitchen is stuck in a time warp.
The countertop has to go. All of this stuff has to go.
So my brother and I are staging an intervention.
As long as it's pink, then you're good.
Approved! And surprising her with an elegant upgrade.
Like jewels for your mother.
Yeah.
That's eco-green and pretty in pink.
Oh, this is too much. My mom, Colleen, is a real sweetie, and she's been gently asking me to redo her kitchen for a long time now. While she's on vacation, my brother and I have cooked up a little surprise for her.
My mom is one of the nicest, most caring people you'd ever meet.
I really wanted my brother, Allan, to be a part of this project because I think he really understands my mom. Growing up, my mom and my brother spent a lot of time cooking in the kitchen. I know a lot about my mom, but he knows a lot about the kitchen.
So I'll show you one.
Okay.
Open it.
Do we have any recourse if I get
one,
shells
two.
in it? Woo! Long before words like green and eco-friendly came into favor, my mom was an environmentalist. She never wastes anything, from food to energy, plastic bags. Taking a long shower would just be unheard of to her.
When we moved, we took the carpets from our old house and recut them so that they fit into the new house. Really about saving what we have, and if it's still good, use it. My mom loves to surprise people, and she loves to do things for people, and Sam and I thought this time we're gonna surprise her.
She does everything for everybody else. Does she deserve this makeover? 1,000%. Okay, so how long until Mom gets back?
We have exactly 3 weeks.
Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty good with a paintbrush, so we're good.
You're not painting anything in here. All of this stuff has to go, I think.
The rug is gonna be tough for her to part with.
Like, we've had that for 15 years. That rug is gone.
The wallpaper is amazing.
Especially that chair rail border.
You know with Mom, as long as it's pink, then you're good. You know, that's her favorite color. There's some pink flowers, so as long as there's pink somewhere, we're okay.
I'll need to get my green team thinking pink in order to pull off this surprise. Julie is working the eco edge while Christian brings his carpentry chops.
So your mother has no idea we're doing this to our kitchen?
It's gonna be a surprise for her, but I think that she's just expecting a new countertop and to paint the cabinets, and that's it. And I wanted to ask you about that.
Like spraying the cabinet?
Yes.
Sure.
They're not wood, but they're still in good condition. They've got this almost funky bamboo pattern to them. I don't know how she's lived with these cabinets, honestly.
That's part of the charm of this kitchen. She can't reach the handles. And they've got this sweet 1970s
Profile.
thing going on, yeah.
We can probably keep the cabinets if we paint them, move the hardware, fix the clickers. So I think definitely we'll paint the cabinets. I was hoping that we could lacquer them.
Lacquer is actually just a clear substance that comes from a tree, and then they add color pigment. So if we want something that has a flat finish to it, then we request a lacquer that's in the 10 to 20% shine level. So you'd order 90 and you got high gloss. So what do you
40.
want? 40? So what's the overall palette that you want?
Most everything has to go. The window treatments have to go, the carpet has to go, table has to go, chair has to go, all that wallpaper has to go. What about the appliances?
She'd like to keep the appliances, but I don't know if you can. You spray paint them.
We can't spray paint appliances. The sink has to go, the faucet has to go, the countertop has to go.
I've found some great countertop samples that I want to show
Okay.
you guys.
Look at that.
It's called Ice Stone.
Okay.
It's made from 100% recycled glass
Pretty.
in a cement mix with some non-toxic pigments, but
Yeah.
isn't it great? It's really quite durable. It's comparable to granite. Because it's made of recycled glass, you can get up to 30 plus color variations.
It's like little seashells.
Yeah, like jewels for your mother.
Yeah, she'll love this one. The thing is, I just have to make sure that Allan doesn't start chopping on the counter because that's what he did. She would keep the countertop if you hadn't done stuff like this, and
I don't think I did that stuff. I think this was probably you.
that wasn't
And
me.
That's just some kind of...
I never lit anything in here.
It's probably from one of your amazing lentil soup creations, you know, when you got into that.
I think I should build her a cutting board. One side for meats, might have a little trough all the way around the side, you know, for the gravy. And then the other side would be for veg, and only veg.
I'm sold.
I want one.
Oh, yeah?
You gotta patent it.
Yeah.
So are these the wallpaper samples?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, I have to say, because it just has a little bit of green and she likes stripes. She likes florals too.
It's very pretty.
Oh, I don't know which one's better. Oh, you know what? I'll show them to my brother and we'll see what he says.
Like, what about backsplash? We don't even know what kind of tile we want for the backsplash.
White?
Yeah.
But she doesn't like white. Maybe it should be a color.
You know, we should just go to the tile store and just see what they've got. Maybe you'll make up your mind there.
Okay, that's a good idea. You're giving me the look like I'm crazy.
I think this is going to be difficult to make decisions, especially for your mom.
After meeting with Christian and Julia, we have come up with a great plan for my mom's kitchen.
This 20-year-old table and chair set has served our family well, so they're off to charity. We're bringing in a space-saving round table and chairs that will make Sunday brunches more comfortable. I'm still waffling on which wallpaper to pick. It's down to flowers or stripes, but it will definitely be pink. And believe it or not, I'm saving the funky cabinet doors. They'll get a new lease on life with a lick of soft gray paint for a greener option. But the real showstopper will be the countertops. The old beat-up ones that somebody destroyed are out, and it's in with the sparkling new surface that Julia sourced. And finally, the big beige appliances are just plain old and inefficient.
So we're going to replace them with energy-saving, Energy Star rated appliances, and that is what my mom is all about.
My mom's vintage kitchen is screaming for a makeover.
We've had that for 15 years. That rug is gone.
So my brother and I are cooking up a sleek green surprise.
You know, we should just go to the tile store and just see what they've got.
Shopping is usually the easy part, but making decisions for my mom, not so much. Hopefully Julia can help me commit to a backsplash.
So here are all of the options for backsplash.
You know, I like the bevel. I don't like the bevel necessarily for my mom. Somehow feels a little bit too elegant and fancy, and her space is a little more casual than that. I was looking at the classic subway tile. There's also this marble.
I don't know, it might be just a little too busy with all the speckles. You
That's
like
a good
this?
point. I'm wondering if it comes in this size.
This is the happy medium then, this is the 2x4.
I know that if I go with the white, the first thing Allan is going to say to me, Mom doesn't love white, because she worked in the hospital for so long.
Oh, okay. Maybe we see it in the space. And
We'll try it in the space.
Okay.
Good idea.
kind of fun for me.
To see me.
See you, like, I don't know what to do, I can't make up my mind.
I just want to show you all of the samples that
Okay.
I've gathered for Mom's kitchen because I kind of want your stamp of approval. So I'm going to start with the wallpaper because that's going to cover the largest surface area in the room.
Yeah, I see a lot of pink, so that's perfect for Mom. Okay, I would say right off the bat, this one would pop out to be my favorite of the four.
This one?
Yeah.
This one's so feminine and ladylike.
Yeah, but our mom is like a lady and she's very feminine, right? So actually, maybe this one would be my second choice.
Good, because this is the one that I like.
Okay.
So we're on the same page. And
That's
I think
good.
that once you see all the other elements, you'll understand why I think that this works the best as well. These are the fabrics that are going to go on the chairs. They're going directly in front of the wallpaper.
This one I'm not too crazy about. It reminds me of a video game. This is like kind of something she would like.
I know, and it's terrible.
I do like this. This is really cool.
See, I like this one too. I like it a lot, and this is a bamboo. I found the perfect countertop for Mom.
Mhm.
So this is...
I see a little bit of pink in there already, so that's good. Very nice. I like it a lot.
And then the last thing I want to show you is the classic white subway tile backsplash.
You know how Mom is with the whole white thing, reminds her too much of working in the hospital and
It's not that much tile, and I think it'll just make the kitchen really crisp.
right. You are the designer in the family, so
The paint for the cabinets, soft gray with a
Right.
bit of pink
That's
and
nice,
a bit
I
of
like
brown. Approved.
done.
With Allan on board, this kitchen party can get started. The doors are coming down to be prepped and painted, and it's out with everything, including the kitchen sink. And sorry, Mom, the 80s called and they want their wallpaper back. But I promise you'll love the new one even more.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Christian! What are you doing here? You're fixing the cabinet.
Yeah, well, prepping these for paint. I just want to make sure that all the little nail holes and all the holes from all the hooks completely filled and totally smooth.
Thank you.
Oh, well, like I said, special for Mom. What's Julia got for you? She's got some handles, I think. Eh?
I do. These handles used to be here.
That's not really the right.
No, your mom must have struggled in opening these. You mentioned something round, but I just thought something like this might be more substantial. Do you want to see
I'm
the different?
leaving it to you.
Okay.
I'm leaving it to you.
I hope you made up your mind about the wallpapers because it's coming off. And somehow there's 2 samples on the table.
I know I've been indecisive because it's my mom's kitchen. I showed this to Allan, my brother, and I'm like,
Right.
this is the wallpaper. But he was the one who put the seed in my head that Mom is really feminine and she's a lady and she's gonna like something that's a little bit more scrolling and pretty. So this is it.
That's the one.
That's it.
Good. And then I've got some tables for you.
Right?
All the bases are really different, which is kind of fun.
These are beautiful. See, I love this one. Christian, can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
If you were to sand this table down, would it still be that color because they've stained the wood?
What you're seeing there is a bit of sheen,
Yeah.
which will come off, but you could get it a darker, lighter.
And you could do that?
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
That was fast. See?
Yeah.
I made one decision.
Nice.
While my mom's on vacation, I'm making over her kitchen.
We have exactly 3 weeks.
That's not very much time, babes.
As we scramble to refresh this room with a big punch of pink. A feminine kitchen like my mom's calls for a pretty piece of art, and the delicate beauty of artist Joy Elliott's earth-friendly ceramics blend both form and function. Just the right spin I'm looking for.
I love to work with clay. I love the feel out of my hands. I love to just take such a humble material as mud and just form something beautiful from it.
How's it going?
Good, nice to see you. Have a seat.
I love watching the wheel.
One thing I'm just going to do here is also just use just a broccoli band.
Like a regular rubber band.
Yeah, just a regular rubber band, and just makes a nice smooth edge.
How do you make the transformation from a solid bowl into one of these?
I can show you that.
Yeah?
I have a few on the go right here. I have some at the leather hard stage. It's just hard enough that you can cut into, you can mark it,
And then the next stage is you make the cuts.
and pushed it out a little bit. So I would start to cut out, again, following my guidelines.
Yeah.
Nature inspires me. The geometry of nature, the textures in nature. I'm really fascinated with flower forms right now. Trees, shells, landscapes, seascapes.
Well, I'm gonna definitely take the set of nested lotus bowls. My mom, Colleen, is going to love them. Can I take a few pieces?
You may, yes.
It's gonna be tough choosing which ones I wanna take. They're all so gorgeous.
And speaking of gorgeous, the classic vintage chairs we found will look custom, not to mention feel more comfortable thanks to the new upholstery. And a little soft gray paint is all it takes to turn these doors from dated to dramatic.
Wallpaper is in and it looks gorgeous. I know that I wavered back and forth between the stripe and this vine pattern, and I'm so happy that I went with the vine. It's way more feminine, it's bright and airy, and I know my mother will love it.
But there's always at least one hiccup with every makeover, and the countertop with pink flecks broke in transit. With time running out, we chose a new one that's just as beautiful and ready to go. And to make sure this surface doesn't suffer like the old one, Kristen's come up with a green idea using old flooring that's a cut above.
I'm gonna do something really surprising with these leftover bits of bamboo flooring. They're gonna turn into a cutting board. I wanna take the surface off, and I'm gonna use a thickness planer for that. But I wanna cut these to 1.5 inches wide, and that's gonna be the thickness of the cutting board. What I have to do now is glue all these pieces together. I'm gonna use a plastic trowel, smooth this all out. When doing this, because it's a cutting board, it's critical that this glue is an exterior grade glue that can withstand some good hot water and soap to clean it, and it must be certified as food safe. You also want to be sure that the manufacturer has used safe, non-toxic adhesives in the assembly of the floorboard. Now it's time to clamp them up. Now I'm gonna leave this in the clamps for about 24 hours. I'm gonna make some room here for the one I made yesterday. Gotta get this sanded. This could easily be a cutting board right here. But as I'm cutting on this surface, I'm gonna be cutting across the grain and eventually splintering some of these fibers off. What I'm proposing is doing an end grain cutting board, and that is where the knife goes into the end grain, not across the grain. It's gonna be easier on the blade, it's gonna last longer. What I'm gonna do is cut this whole board down into 1.5-inch strips that I can then lay up again with the end grain pointing up. I'm gonna glue all these edges up, clamp it up just like I did the first time around. This one's been glued up already. I sanded off all the excess glue. We'll end up with an absolutely fantastic custom-made cutting board for Sam's mother from material that might otherwise have been in the dumpster.
While Mom's away, the kids will play, and my brother and I are surprising our mom Colleen with a charming, updated kitchen in her favorite color. We're down to a few final touches for the kitchen, and Julia's bringing the flower power. Way to think pink.
We've all seen floral arrangements in typical vases like this glass one here, but I'm going to show you how to make quick and easy ones using everyday vessels that you would find around the house, like this gravy boat. Because it's got this wide opening, I want to use a really large mop head flower like a hydrangea. Now, the trick to hydrangeas, you want to snip upwards because they have very woody stems and they can't draw the water up easily. I like using a pitcher because it's great for long stem flowers, and then the spout loosens the arrangement a little, so it's got like a casual country look. And if you have a garden that has roses that are starting to wilt and you're okay with cutting a couple, then a creamer is the way to go. Here's how to measure how high you should cut your flower. I would take the creamer to the edge of the table, put my rose exactly where I want it to be. Rifle through the cupboards, you'll find something that'll work. It's all about experimenting.
The kitchen's dated decor just wasn't cutting it, so we dished up a stylish, energy-smart kitchen that really cooks. And this seating area wasn't sitting pretty, so we created an elegant, roomier arrangement with a punch of pink. The vacation's over, my mom's home and about to see her kitchen for the first time. I hope she'll love it.
Babe, look at this. This is awesome. This is, oh.
Like it?
Oh, this is too much. Totally caught me off guard. Totally surprised me. Oh, this is just awesome. Oh, beyond my wildest dream. Oh.
I ran out of the room because I'm not a big crier. I'm just a crier with her.
She cries when I cry.
There you go.
I've always wanted a round table in here.
This is a vintage table and chair set, and the chairs were the same color as the table, and we had them painted. We wanted it to feel nice and light and pretty. I want you to sit in one of these chairs.
It's well padded. I've always had to have a cushion because I'm short, and you get all the colors I like.
Allan and I went back and forth over it, and you said our mom is femmy.
She likes lady stuff with the flowers and all that.
And it looks like it's been painted on.
It's custom wallpaper. When you want a roll of this wallpaper, they make it just for you.
Wow, it's the wow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all these brand new things.
All of your appliances are Energy Star rated.
This is totally, totally beyond my expectations, Samantha. Oh, it's awesome. The emotion just caught me. And because it's my daughter that's doing it, it's a double whammy.
I'm really excited about these.
I have to study this. Keep tomato sauce out of the kitchen.
I want to be over all the time, like cooking sauces and getting it all over the walls.
Do you like that you have a backsplash instead of just the wall?
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
I made an executive decision and I got you a white backsplash.
A little splash of white here and there, it makes it beautiful.
And fresh.
Yeah.
You actually used a different countertop than the one we had originally picked.
The one with the pink
With
speckle?
the pink speckles, yeah. But this still looks really nice.
This is recycled glass.
Really?
Recycled glass and cement.
It
really
matches the cupboards.
Isn't it amazing what new hardware and new hinges can do to your cabinets?
Exactly.
Do you remember where the hardware used to be?
In the middle, which I could never reach up, so that's why I always grab it here. And I'm glad that you didn't change it because, you know, how many trees would you kill to change the cupboards?
Yes, it would have killed a lot
Yeah,
of
we
trees.
killed a lot of trees. Our children's children will have to live in this environment, and we have to be very conscious that we leave it as best we can. And look at this. Wow.
So Christian made this, and he made this out of scrap bamboo. It flips over, the other side is for meat.
What a clever man.
Isn't he?
We gotta tell him make some more and sell it.
We went to a woman who makes pottery. Her name
Yeah.
is Joy.
Yeah.
And she made these bowls and also these lotus bowls.
It's the little touches that just gives it more beauty. I have a beautiful kitchen, and I'm so proud to say to the world, my daughter made this happen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You kept it all a secret to Mom. Oh.
I think she loved every piece of it from top to bottom. It had all of the things that she wanted and more.
Now I just have to do the rest of your house.
When?
Well, it may have taken a few years, but Allan and I surprised my mom and gave her the kitchen that she's always wanted. And now she's tickled pink.
She's the best. I just love it.
I'm not quite the best.
Well, to your mother, you are the best.
Okay.
She's not the best, but she's... No, I'm just kidding. No, she's amazing. She's very good at what she does.
I'm not the best.
They give her own TV show. It's crazy.